Hey guys, welcome to Selenium with Java January 2023 batch online training session 7. In this session, you can learn how to handle frame, how to capture screenshot, how we can handle Windows alert, what is headless browser testing all about, and how we can do the headless browser testing with the help of HTML unit driver along with the Chrome driver as well, how we can handle the cookies, what is the importance of ByAll Locator in Selenium WebDriver, and the last will be the how to select an option from auto suggest dropdown. So, what is frame? Sometimes if you go to some web page, right, you can find something called inner page within a page. Okay, so that can be a frames. Okay, but how can identify whether it's a frame or not? There is a lot of way we can do it. So frame is a web page which is embedded in another web page, or an HTML document embedded inside another HTML document. The frame is often used to insert content from another source, such as advertisement, into a web page. The frame tag signifies a frame. So how we can do it? So the what problem will happen in case it is a frame? We cannot detect, right? We cannot understand, but just I mean have a look on the page. It is not possible. Okay, so how can you understand whether the frame is available or not? So it does not matter which browser you are opening. You can open in any of the browser like I mean Firefox or Chrome browser. So everything, all the properties will be independent only. It does not depend on the browser specific stuff. Okay, so if you go to the page, right, if you right click here, there is no option called frame is coming. So because that particular section frame is not available, but if you go here and if you right click, you could able to see there is an option called view frame source or reload frame. That is the way you can understand, but the problem is that sometimes frame might be present in a particular location, not all over the page, right? So you cannot go here and like that, you cannot just click everywhere, all this stuff, it cannot happen. So with the help of the Selenium script, we can identify how many pages available on the web page or not. In case frame is available, first you need to handle the frame. After that, you can interact with any of the element. Otherwise, it is not possible. Though you are getting the XPath, CSS or ID, but in case you are not handling the frame, that element locator will fail. So that is the main problem. Apart from that, we need to press F12 button right here from the keyboard after opening the page. If you press F12 button here, right, if you press Ctrl F and if you search with like frame, you could see one of one element, right? But it content can be anything inside the middle, that does not have any impact, but your starting should be frame or iframe. Then you can understand something is present in the particular element. In case frame is present, so you will have to handle the frame, then only you can interact within the element, any element within the frame. So you could see if you highlight it, right, that particular section is getting highlighted. That means frame is available in that section. And now if you go here and right click, you could see already, right, reload frame or view page frame, so all this stuff is there. So that is the way you can identify whether any frame or iframe is available in that particular section. Then how can you uh, get number of count, how many number of frames available or iframe available in the particular thing? So it will be tag name, will be iframe of the frame, right, tag name. Okay, definitely any other frame word can present, but that is not impacting you. Only in case any iframe or frame tag name is starting, then only it will be frame. So if you expand it, you could see this is a frame. This tag name is starting with, like here div is the tag, iframe is the tag, all this stuff. So now let's go to Eclipse and see first how can we understand that how many frame is available here. So let's go to any class. Let's try to copy the code here. Then I will change the URL here. Then I want to get the count of the frame, right? So I need to use driver dot find elements, because it can be multiple also, right? Find element by dot, what I can give it, tag name, because tag name will start with iframe, right? By dot tag name. So what will be the tag name? It it is iframe. So it will give you integer value, right? Number of frames. So I can store in some integer. Suppose the integer equal to frame size, and then I can print it out. Okay. Okay. Because it will give you the list of elements. So if you get it, you need to get the size dot size. Okay, you could see it is the coming from the list and it is giving the integer. Now it is fine. Okay, then you can print it out the count, how many frame available for that particular page. Then what is the frame size? Okay, now if you run your code, you could see it will give you the count as 1 because only one frame is available in the particular page. It will open the page and then it will give you the count. It will identify how many frame is available, what is the tag name starting with iframe equal to, then it will give you the exact value in the console. You could see it is giving 1. Now I came across that the frame is available in the particular web page, but where right, I can get the details here. So if you just search with iframe or frame, then you can understand easily, right? If you just highlight it, if you just press enter, it is highlighting the section. Okay, now I want to interact here. I want to drag element and I want to drop it here. So that is my objective. So here already frame is available, so I need to handle the frame first. After that I can interact. Okay, so how can you handle the frame? So now you already got the count, right? How many frame is available? That is the way. With the help of the find elements by dot tag name iframe, and with the help of the size method, you can get the count of the frame in the particular web page. Now how I can deal with the frame? So there are options available. To switch between frame, user have to use driver.switch2.frame command. User can use the switch2.frame, right, in 3 different way. Either switch2.frame, you can give the frame index, that is called integer. Means it will be 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. In case only one frame is available, index by will be default will be 0. Otherwise, you can give the frame name or the frame ID in case it is available. So you need to pass the element name or ID, and the driver will switch to that frame. Sometimes it might not be available. It will depend on the frame, and it definitely, in case something is not available, you can go with the index. You already know that what is the index, 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. In case 3 element is there, index will be 0, 1, 2. Sometimes frame names or frame ID will be available. Sometimes frame reference might be available. Okay, so driver.switch2.frame web element frame element, where you need to pass the frame web element reference, and driver will switch to that frame. Here in that particular frame, some reference is available. You could see class, that is the reference, web element reference. So with the help of the web element reference, I can identify the frame. What is that? Demo-frame. So first let's try to identify that element, drag and drop. Okay, both the element drag. So you could see it is the text is dragged to my target, but here parent level ID is there draggable. Okay, so that with that ID I can identify the element. So I will go my code here. I will identify some element and I will be storing some web element. Source equal to driver dot find element by dot id, and I can give the id here. Similar way, source and target, here I need to import the web element class. I can also create a target where I need to place the source. So what is the target reference? This is my target reference. So id is droppable, so I can create a variable called target, and id is droppable. So now I already identified these two elements. Then I need to drag and drop it here. So that is my objective. Okay, so how can I do it? So there is a method available, drag and drop. Where it is available? It is available in the actions class. Okay. So I will create a element from the actions class. So it's available in the Selenium WebDriver only, actions class. So I'll be creating object here equal to new actions, and here I need to provide the driver information, whatever driver you have created. Then I need to import the actions class. Then I need to call that object dot. There is a method available called drag and drop. You could see from where it is coming. It is coming from the actions, and this is the source and target you need to provide. So this is my source, this is my target. Source will be moved to target. Then you need to call build method, and after that you need to perform. So this is the way you can drag and drop. Okay. Now if you run your code, whether it will work. So I am opening the page. I am identifying the source and target element here, source and target, right? Then I want to perform drag and drop. So it should work unless there is a frame available. But here the frame is available. So what will happen? It will throw you the error that like unable to identify the element with the help of the reference. Let's try to run the code and let's see what the error message is coming and which line number. So in case object is not recognizable, right, some problem might come, generic problem, I mean due to some generic problem. One is that some frame might be available. One is your element locator is not working properly, right? One might be like some sort of timeout issue. Maybe the element is visible after some time, but you did not mention any kind of specific time. So that are the different kind of stuff. Though your thing is correct, but due to this problem, right, your element identification might not be done successfully, and it might throw error. So what is the error is coming here? You could see the line number is 19. Means first initially that is the getting impacted. That source element is not getting identified. Forget about the remaining stuff. That is the reason it is not at all considered the remaining step. What is the error coming? No such element exception, because it's not able to identify the element, right? That is the reason unable to locate the element with the help of the draggable selectors. So I already know there is a frame available. So how can I handle the frame? So here three options available. One is the frame index, one is frame ID or name, but for in that particular case no ID or name is available, and but web element reference is available. So we will see with the two approach here how can handle the frame. So after opening the page, I need to handle the frame, means I need to go to the particular frame, then only it will identify the source and target. After that I can perform the operation. So what I need to do, driver dot switch to dot frame. If you press frame, you could see here it is three method is coming, right? This is called method overloading here in the real time. One is integer index, one is the string name, one is the web element reference. So I can go here, I can give index as 0 because only one frame is available. Now if you run your code, it should work, because after opening the page we first going to the particular frame, and then we are identifying the element, and then we are dragging and dropping. You could see drag and drop happen now. Okay, that is the way you can handle the frame. Second option here, in case your name or ID is available, you can do it. Other option is web element reference. So driver dot switch to dot frame. Here I will be using that one, web element reference. So here what is web element reference? So I need to use driver dot find element again. Driver dot find element here. So by dot class name, because particular frame class name is available. What is the class name for the particular frame here? Let's see. Frame. What is the class name? Is demo hyphen frame. So that is the class name, I can provide it here. Now with the help of that element reference, web element reference, frame can be handled. After that your right source and target object can be identified, then actions can happen and drag and drop can be happen. Now let's run it again and let's see whether frame is getting handled with the help of the web element reference as well. Yeah, it is drag and drop is also happening with the code. So that is the way, right? Sometime in case you're not working, so you can first have a look whether any iframe or frame is available. In case it's available, with the help of that frame, right, you can identify which section is available, whether in your sections you want to perform an operation or not. That is section is highlighting. You could see iframe demo dot frame, demo iframe frame, right here it is showing in the upper sections. 447.06 cross 420, that is the size, x and y axis size of the particular frame in that particular page. So that way you can handle the frame. So 3 OA, one is either with the help of the indexing, so it is integer, either with the help of the string frame name or the ID, or with the help of the web element reference of the frame. It can be any difference like class name and other reference as well. Then I'll go to the next part because it will be in particular thing I'll be covering how to capture the screenshot for every steps. Then we'll go for any questions you are having. Okay, in the real time, whatever testing you are doing, it does not have any impact whether you can do automation testing or doing manual testing. Always tester need to keep the screenshot, right? Sometimes some requirement is that only failure part they can need to capture the screenshot, but sometime, right, for all the navigation you need to capture the screenshot. Otherwise, right, tester work will not be proven. Okay, any point of time in case you are not keeping the screenshot, so tomorrow some problem happen, but development team they already fixed their code, so it should be working in that environment. But you already failed something, right? You already something failed something, but how can you justify your work? Or sometime you are logging a defect without screenshot, like development team will not acknowledge your defect. So you need to provide the proper screenshot, and after that, right, you can discuss with them and you can let them know, right, that this is the problem coming. You can highlight the screenshot like that, all this stuff, and then you can let them know the problem is appearing. So from that screenshot, they can identify easily, understand, right, which area the exact error is coming, all this stuff also. So capturing the screenshot for test execution is one of the important script in any test automation which help user to identify defect and problem by referring the screenshot. So Selenium WebDriver provides text screenshot interface to capture a screenshot of the web page where an exception or error occurred during the execution of the code. Okay, so some of the possible scenario where also you need to capture the screenshot, like that in case of application issue, assertion failure, right, in case you are able to find some issue with the and find elements or the find timeout issue or any kind of exception error during the runtime as well. So how can you capture the screenshot? So capturing screenshot is a three-step process. First, you need to create an object or instance for the text screenshot interface. So as the interface, you need to typecast the driver. After that, you need to call your get screenshot as method from the text screenshot interface, and which you need to store in some source file. After that, with the help of the file handler class, there is a method available called copy, right? Then you can place that particular screenshot in your destination file. That is a 3 way you can capture the screenshot. Now we'll see how we can capture the screenshot here. Okay, for particular step, then we will implement how generically we can create a method, reusable method, and after that calling the particular method, we can capture the screenshot. So we need to call text screenshot, that is the interface name. So screenshot, I'm creating object equal to, because it's interface, so I need to typecast driver reference. So I need to import interface from the Selenium WebDriver org.openq.selenium. Then with the help of that object, I need to call, there is a method available called get screenshot as. You could see get screenshot as its output type. Here I need to provide the type output type dot file, output, press, you can see till file will come, right? Then so it will create a file here, so I need to store in some file. So with the help of file class, so file equal to src file, source file. Okay, sorry, file src file. Yeah, I need to import the file class from the java.io. Please remember it will be java.io, otherwise lot of problem will come, because file class is coming from java only. Okay, then I need to store in some destination file, right? So with the help of file class, I'll be creating called dest file, destination file, equal to new file. So that is the part you already see in the last session, how to create the file. So suppose say I want to store in that particular location here, right? That is my location here. I can give within the double quote, and I can give any name. Suppose say test dot png will be the extension and name will be test. So that is the way I can give the destination file name where I'll be storing the screenshot. Then I need to call file handler class dot copy method. There's a method available called copy. You could see from and to. So source file and destination file. So as we are dealing with the file class, so we need to throw some declaration. You already seen the last sessions. So I think that is done. Now let's run your code. Okay, so after drag and drop is happening, we are trying to create a screenshot, right? And we are, what is the screenshot name? We are just giving that path, the particular folder you want to store it, and name will be test and extension will be .png file. Now if you run your code, definitely drag and drop will happen, and after that it will take the screenshot and it will store in the report folder with the name as test.png. You could see the test created. What is the time, right? That is the size. If you right click and if you go to the properties, you could able to see, right? This is the path and this is the time, 7:23:46 p.m. 11th February. Now if you open, you could able to see the screenshot has been captured, right, after drag and drop. Okay, next time if you want to capture the screenshot, so what will happen, right? The problem will happen that if you given the same name, the existing screenshot will be replaced by the new one, but you want to capture all the screenshot. Apart from that, there's another thing is that I want to capture screenshot for multiple steps. So in case you want to do it, so you need to copy that particular steps and paste it in wherever you want to take it, right? Wherever you want to utilize it. But that is not my objective. That is the reason we'll be using the concept called, object, method or functions. So we'll be creating a method or functions, so that I will be creating a reusable component. After that, we'll be trying to utilize as and when required, and definitely will not go any hard-coded name, so that it will replace the existing one. Instead of that, we will try to implement something so that it will create a unique screenshot every time. So what we will do, we'll go to the, let's comment the path, copy it and comment this one. I want to create a generic one. So how you can do it, you need to go to the class level and we need to create a method. So I will be creating a method called static method here. So you already seen the last session what is the importance of static method, so that when you need to create the object or instance of the class, automatically we can call it. So that is the beauty of the static method. So that is the reason we are creating a static method. Void and any screenshot name, method name I'm giving take screenshot. And here let's give this simple thing only right now. But here what I want to do it, I want to give some parameter. What parameter? So that during runtime I can change it. I can provide parameter called file path. Apart from that, you could see some error message coming called driver. It is not recognizing because we have created the driver object here as a local variable. So what we need to do, I'll be creating a global variable in the class level, so that particular variable can be accessible everywhere, and I'll be removing that part because already created the variable. That is the way you can create the global variable. Okay, so I have created a global variable now. Now here we'll be doing, I'll be passing reference called WebDriver driver here argument, and then I'll be referring one called path of the screenshot, right? So I'll be using, as it will be string only, string file path or screenshot path. Okay, so that is the two thing I'm doing it. Now that part will not be changed here, and that part will be not be changed here, but here destination file I'll be proposing that one. Let's comment it out. Okay, so destination file, and here I'll be providing the path of the variable instead of hard coding it here. So here it will be variable. Then you can see still error message is there, so I need to surround with some try catch block or throws declaration. WebDriver driver, what is the error coming? Yeah, surrounds with try catch block. Okay, I need to, you could see here I have created the global variable, but still the error message is coming. But I need to do it static so that we can access it. So WebDriver static driver, static, sorry, it will be static WebDriver driver. You could see now error message gone. So whenever you will be generically in the real time during the framework development, in case you are using some need to define some variable, you need to define it globally, means at the class level, so that any method, right, they can use it. Any kind of other thing in the main method, they can also use it. Now you could see error message gone. So that part is done. I have created a reusable method where I can take the screenshot. But we are just, we need to provide, whenever we will be calling that particular method, we need to give the screenshot path here. So now here I want to call it after opening the page one time, right? Then I want to call it again after drag and drop is happening. So that is the way I can call any number of time, right? So what I need to do, I need to copy the class name, because already method is defined as static. So after opening the page, I'll be just calling the class name and dot. If you could see automatically screenshot is coming, method is coming. So that is the beauty of the static method. And here you need to provide the driver reference, and here you need to provide the path of the screenshot. So you can do it that way. But what will happen, you need to change it every time. Okay, otherwise your original one will be replaced. So what we will be doing, we will be taking the file path, okay, and test path we will be just changing it. Okay, how can we change it? So we'll be taking that particular path and then we'll be concatenating plus, and here I can give the double quote because that is the path till that particular path I'm giving it. After that I'm giving concatenation sign, and here I want to use system. There is a method available called system dot current millisecond. So automatically it will be adding that current millisecond format. So definitely it will be unique. And then again concatenation sign, and then again I will be giving the extension part. So what will be my extension here? Extension will be dot png. Okay, we'll explain it one more time, no worry. Then I can end with semicolon, right? So what's the problem is coming here? Okay, change dot try and change to current millis. Okay, now the same line I can just use it in case I want to do multiple screenshot, right? You could see how easily we can do it. In case something need to change, I will be just changing in the main method, right, which is already defined at the class level. Now if you run your code, okay, let's remove that one so that you can easily verify that some new screenshot is capturing after opening the page one time and after moving the code one more time. I'm sorry, after dragging and drop one more time. So that is the way in the real time you need to create something global method or usable component which you can use any number of time, so that you no need to repeat it the same number of lines of code again and again and again. And in case you need to utilize them multiple times, you can also do it after just calling the method only. Now if you go to the folder, you could see two screenshot got created with the millisecond format. You can also give some name also if you want to just add it, otherwise that is fine. You could see first screenshot was after opening the page only, drag and drop did not happen, and second was after drag and drop happened. So that is the way, right? You can create the reusable component, you can capture the screenshot. So I'll be explaining once more time the both the part. So how can you handle the frame? So in case any frame is there, so you can open the page and you can just press Ctrl F and you can type frame or iframe. If the frame or iframe what is available inside, it is not be a problem. But in case any tag name is starting with frame or iframe, then you need to find out that which section is residing. And in case you want to interact any web element or any element, right, or anything, any kind of web box, web edit box, or any other stuff, checkbox, anything, then you need to first handle the frame, then you can interact. So how can you handle the frame? There's three way. One is you can give the index. In case three frame is available, index will be 0, 1, 2. That is the way you can easily identify. Other way, in case frame ID or the name is available, you can do it. Otherwise, any kind of frame web element reference is available, you can do it. So driver dot switch to dot frame index or ID or the web element reference. Then you can do the thing. And in case you want to drag and drop something, right, you need to first identify the source and target element with the help of the any web element locator techniques. Then you need to create an object or instance from the actions class, right? Then you can use the drag and drop and build.perform method. Then you can just drag and drop it. But next time, definitely after most of the time, whether test case is passed or fail, it is required to provide some evidence, right? Either in case you want to upload the test case in Jira and you want to execute, mark them pass or fail, we need to attach the screenshot, right, for the particular test cases. Whether it's we are doing it manually or automated, that does not have any impact. So every time as a testing, as a test, in case you are doing the testing, right, always you need to provide the evidence. So how can you provide the evidence? You need to capture the screenshot. So basically what we used to do, we need to create an object or usable component, sorry, method or function for that particular part, right, in the class level. So we need to first call the text screenshot interface. We'll be creating object or instance. It is the interface, so we need to typecast the driver object. Then we'll be calling the get screenshot as methods and we'll be storing in some source file, right? And then we'll be giving the destination file path, which will be providing as part of argument. Then we are, with the help of the file handler class and the copy method, we are just capturing the screenshot. Then in the main method, right, as we already defined as static, we need to just call the class, and then if you just press dot, automatically the method will come. Here based on the argument, I need to provide the driver argument and then the path here of the screenshot. But every time, right, I cannot give the same path, so that automatically the old one will be replaced. But our objective is to create unique screenshot every time, so I can, right, find out the screenshot for our relevant information. Any point of time, anyone can find out the screenshot details. So I can provide the path. After that, that path you can add it, right? Concatenation sign system dot current millisecond, so it will give you the system current millisecond format, and you can give any extension dot png, jpj or jpg like that. So that is the way you can capture the screenshot, and you can call any number of steps, any number of time in your main method as well. So that is the way you can capture the screenshot along with the drag and drop and handling the frames, guys. I'll take a pause here. Yeah, any questions? Is it understandable, guys? Are you able to hear me? Okay, okay, cool then. Because that is very important method, and in the most of the time, right, it is really required to capture the screenshot. Sometime you need to drag and drop, and sometime you need to handle the frame as well. So that is the reason I have tried to cover here with multiple screenshot as well. Yeah, Sati, yeah, proceed. No, no, no. Then you can do it. Click here, and then you just close here, right? So that is the way you can do it, I think so. Hmm. Yeah, there's an option called full screen, right? You can do it, I think. There's an option triple dot, right? Triple dot. Okay, yeah. Okay. Next topic, then we'll go. Then next topic is how to handle a alert. Okay. So just before going to the concept, I'll just give you the real-time example of the alert here. Suppose if you go to that particular page, right, you could see this is a page. There are a couple of button available, and if you just click here, right, some alert is coming. Okay, or sometime it come called like okay, cancel, like that. Sometime there can be option called entering some value also. Right, this is the way. But the problem is that if you press F12 button, right, nothing is happening here. You cannot detect this part. Okay, let's do it, and let's, okay, and your thing will not work. That's the problem here. So you cannot detect it with the help of the alert, with the help of the inspector button. So then how can you handle the alert? So alert, there will be a couple of stuff we can do. We can accept, we can, sometimes there will be alert only, you can need to click on the okay, just navigation, so just giving some information, right? Sometime you need to accept or dismiss the alert. Sometimes it can be yes no button, sometime okay or cancel button. Sometime in the alert we need to enter something as well, right? Then you can need to click okay, you could see now it is entered. That is the way you need to handle the alert. So how can I do it? So alert is a small message box which display on-screen notification to give the user some kind of information or ask for permission to perform certain kind of operation. It may be also used for warning purpose. Alert in web page is Java properties but not the HTML properties. Hence, each element for the alert cannot be recognized through element inspection. So there is a alert interface available through which I can handle the alert. So there are a couple of methods available called dismiss. I can dismiss the alert. With the help of the accept, I can accept the alert. With the help of the get text, right, I can get the text, right, whatever alert message is available. And with the help of the send keys, I can enter something in the alert. Okay. So let's go to the Eclipse. Let's comment out this part for now. Let's try to pass the URL here. Now some alert might come, right? So suppose say I need to first click on the web element here. Suppose say I need to click here. So I need to identify the element first. So here you could see the text is click for JS and it is starting with button. So I can create a XPath here. Control F. It is starting with button slash slash button third bracket text equal to, you could see one out of one, so definitely it is unique only and is highlighting the element. So through the help of that particular XPath I can identify the element. So driver dot find element by dot XPath, and it is a button, so I can click it here. So after clicking it element, right, so alert will come. Then what I can do, I can accept the alert, right, okay or cancel. Let's try to see it. So how can I do it? Driver dot switch to, this is the alert is the interface dot alert, so I can accept it. So automatically it will be accepted. Let's try to run your code. It will click on the OK button without entering anything. So you could able to see the difference also here. You could see you entered nothing, right, but it is accepted because we have not entered anything. Now if you you can dismiss it as well. dot dismiss. So it will be clicking on the cancel button simply. It can be sometime yes or no as well. So same way it will work, okay or cancel or yes or no. It will click on the alert is coming. It will click on the cancel button here. Okay, you could see you entered null. Now next thing, right? You want to get the text of the alert, right? Message. How can you do it? So same way, driver dot alert. Here you need to use dot get text. So it is coming from the alert and it is giving return type as string. So you need to store in some string. String, say alert text, and then you can simply print it out. So in case you need to validate, right, the expected and the actual one, you can validate also. Let's try to run it. So this is the primary 4 methods available for handling the alert. Accept, dismiss, get the text. So what is the text? I am a JS prompt. That is the text. It should be displayed here. You could see I am a JS prompt is coming. Now fourth one is that you can enter something here, right, with the help of the send keys method, and then you can accept it. So that here result section your input will be displayed here. What we can do, dot send keys, say mine, I just want to provide my name here, then I want to accept it after entering the value. So that is the way you can handle the alert. So it will open the alert, it will enter that name. You could see it is too fast, so you could see that name is entered in that particular pop-up box and you are accepting, so that is the reason it is coming. So sometimes alert only having some information part, so sometime only one button okay or information part, sometime it can yes or no, right, you can handle it either through accept or dismiss. Sometime it can have the edit box pop up, you can add some value and then you can accept it, and you can also get the text of the alert as well with the help of the get text method. So that is the primary 4 methods available for the alert. Because alert is a Java property, is not the HTML property, so you cannot detect it with the help of recognize it with the help of element inspection. So you have to always rely on the alert interface. So there are primarily 4 methods available: accept, dismiss, get text, and send keys. The next topic is headless browser testing. I will take a pause after the topics is covered. What is headless browser testing? So sometime, right, I just in some of the maybe your system, right, there is no suitable browser is available, but you want to do the execution and you want to see whether it's working fine or not, right? Apart from that, sometime I don't want to open the browser because I don't want to know the navigation, but I want the result. Because if you want to open the browser, it might sometimes take some time, but I want to do it without navigation, all this stuff. Because in the initial time you need to see the navigation for the learning purpose whether your script is working properly, but as and when you will be there, you will be already habituated, right? Definitely no need to view it, but you can already get the thing from the logs or from the error message that in case anything is failing, otherwise you can get desired result, right? It is pass or like everything is passed. So performing test execution of the web application without opening a browser is called headless browser testing. The headless browser acts similar to a normal web browser. User have full control over the web page loaded into the headless browser. The only difference is user will not able to see the graphical user interface or GUI. The navigation part you will not able to see, but you can get the desired result. So user have no options other than using headless browser testing when user machine does not have a GUI. For instance, if you want to run it test in the Unix system as well, right? So it is recommended to use the headless browser when tests are executed in parallel as user interface based browser consumes a lot of memory or resources. So headless browser can be used for server side performance testing too. It will definitely take less time and it will be faster in execution. Anyone can run test case using headless browser. Then user will get the result in just in quick span of time. When tester have to run the test cases on remote machine or server, right, which does not have any browser, so but still user have to execute test cases, then they can try with headless browser. So few example of the headless browser. HTML is the fastest headless browser. Ghost, Phantom JS, Chrome, Zombie JS, or the ATR WebDriver. So primarily we'll be using HTML unit, as well as we can do the Chrome as the headless browser testing. I will be showing as well. So HTML unit driver is the lightest weight and fastest implementation headless browser for the WebDriver. It is based on HTML unit. It is known as headless browser driver. It is same as Chrome Firefox driver, but it does not have any GUI. Some of the key features I have tried to list it here. It supports both HTTP and HTTP protocol. It supports for HTML responses like links, forms, different part. Support for cookies, proxy server support, JavaScript support. Ability to determine whether failing response from the server should throw exception or should be returned as page of the appropriate type. So that is the reason HTML unit driver is the most popular, because it is a lightweight driver among all the drivers available to deal with Selenium WebDriver. So what is the syntax? So here you need to use WebDriver driver equal to new HTML unit driver. So before that you need to download it, HTML unit driver from the Google, right? So you can type it here, HTML unit driver download, and you can go here, that particular link, any link here, right? Then you can download it. Just download it and place it anywhere. Yeah, download and installation, right? These are the different versions available. Okay, not this one. Okay, HTML unit driver Selenium download. Yeah, download. Here you can download. If you click here and then you can go to the link, automatically will be downloaded. Relevant drivers. So any versions available you could see. You need to unzip it and you need to just place it in your desktop or any other drive. So it will be look like where I have downloaded. Yeah, that way. So I have downloaded 4.7.0. Then what you need to do? You need to associate to your project. Right click, properties, Java build path, add external jars, and here you need to associate it. Right, Selenium, that one, and okay. Now you can comment out this part. I will also comment out this part. What we will be doing, I already created the global variable WebDriver, so I will be creating that object reference driver equal to new HTML unit driver. Okay, it is coming from org.openq.selenium. Then similar way you can pass driver.get URL. Driver.get, you can pass any URL. Suppose say I want to pass the Google URL. I can pass it. So it will work. But here how can I identify it? Whether it's working or not? So you can print something called ISO, right? Driver dot get title of the page. Similarly, you can get the current URL. Then it will print it out, but you will not able to see the navigation. So that is called headless browser testing. Get current URL. Here you could able to see, but not able to see the navigation. And if you run it, you could see the result here. So it will work and it will give you the result, but you will not able to see the GUI navigation part. So that way sometime it took very less time. Sometime in case like especially some system, right, where your browser is not installed or other stuff is there, you can do it, use it, headless browser testing. You could see this is the title of the page and this is the current URL of the page, but you are not able to see any navigation. So that is the way, similar way, that is the only change you need to do. So here no path is need to define because you already added that jar file to your project. So no path is required. You can simply create an object or instance for the HTML driver. After that same way you don't need to maximize it as well because you are not able to see the navigation, right? Simply it will work. Same way, whatever code you can run it, you will run. That is the one way for headless browser testing with the help of the HTML unit driver. Next part, I can also make the Chrome driver as a headless browser testing driver. Right, let's go to the session 2, let's comment it out. So we already created the object for WebDriver, so that part I can remove it. So what I need to do, first I need to keep the path here for the Chrome driver, that path will be fine, right? Then I need to use the option called Chrome option here. I need to use something called Chrome option. Okay, I can create an object for that class options equal to new Chrome options. So I need to import it from the org.opencube.selenium. Then I need to set it headless. So I need to call that reference here dot set headless method is there. Set headless. Okay, this is the boolean string, you need to keep it true. Right? Then WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver, here you need to keep that option reference. Then you can do the maximize or write any other stuff, that does not be a problem. If it is not maximized, it will still work. And then you can just get the title. 1 second, you can do it, right? You can pass the URL and then you can get the title. So here what we'll do, what is the difference? So here though you are using the Chrome browser, but it will still not able to see the GUI navigation part because you are making it headless equal to true. So it will just print the details, right? It will just work and it will give you the desired result, but you are not able to see the navigation. So that is the way it will be faster also. So this is the primary two driver we can use like Chrome browsers with the help of the Chrome driver and Chrome options. Apart from that HTML unit driver through which we can do your execution is headless, so it will not open the GUI, but you can get the desired result. It's still working. Yeah, you could see now you can get the desired result here, but you are not able to see the navigation. So that is the way, right? You can do this HTML unit, you can use it. That is the very lightest one, so it will take very less time. Apart from that, the Chrome browser you can also do it headless. So that is the way in the real time also you have used this both the driver HTML unit or the Chrome browser. So any questions from this topic, guys? Alert or the headless browser testing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, purpose is already sent, right? So told. So suppose say in case you want to do it parallel sometime, right? Parallelly how it can open, it does not impact you, right? Because you want to do it parallel, right? So that in case you are doing it headless, it will take very less time. But in sometime you don't need to want to get the navigation, right? But you want to get the desired result. So that is the way you can. If you do it headless, it will take less time. Apart from that, sometime your particular system is not having any suitable browser as well, right? Might be problem is with the browser, there is Chrome browser, but some problem is there with that particular stuff, right? You want to do it parallelly, so you can do it headless browser. Suppose say some system like where Unix system based system, there is no GUI available at all, so definitely there is no point of doing that browser related part. So that is the primary important part, so that it will save you a lot of memory or resources and it will be faster. And where like basically no browser is set up in your system or if there is no GUI available, you can also do the testing to get the desired result. Okay, so HTML unit is the lightest weight driver, okay, and fastest implementation, so that it will take very less time. You can do the execution faster. Okay, and apart from that, if you want to do Chrome browser as well to do it headless, so you can also do it headless browser testing with the help of the Chrome browser. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Okay. The next one is cookies. So let's comment out this code first. Okay. So cookies, I think you are already I mean, know the cookie. What is cookie? So suppose sometime you are surfing something in your mobile or desktop or laptop. So what is do by the default properties of the browser? It will store those last visited part, right? In any of the application, most of the application. But it will be specific to browser. Okay. Suppose if you search something in Google, right? You could see next time you could able to see those searches. If you want to search something in the Facebook page on the browser, you are able to see those desired result because those are stocking that browser history information. So that is the way, right? Sometimes you would require the same thing into search, so it will give you the suggestion that already you search it because that you are storing the data. So cookies are files stored in local computer containing information submitted by the website visited by user. The information is stored in key value pair, right? That is called map. Hash map you already seen the last session, and allows a particular website to customize its content as per the user. Every time user loads the website, the browser sends the cookies back to the server to notify the website of the user's previous activity. Okay, so cookies, sometimes cookies will be having some lifespan, right? Might be it can contain 90 days activity, might contain 60 days, sometimes contain 30 days based on the settings. And cookies is specific to your browser. So in case you surf something in the Safari browser, it will not same in the it will not reflect in the Chrome browser because Chrome browser is specific browser. It will again have its own surfing part, right? And then sometimes cookies is having maximum capacity, right? In case your cookie can only store 20 value, so in case you are surfing 25, so last 5 will be removed and latest 20 will be saved, like that. Cookies are sensitive, case sensitive, so different alphabetic character will be different, right? So cookies are domain specific, right? Domain cannot read or write to a cookie created by another domain. This is done by the browser for security purposes. So how can I do with the cookies? Okay, so we can add the cookies, we can get the cookies, we can get the cookie particular by name, we can delete all the cookies, we can delete cookie by name. So generic way, right? After opening the browser, what we need to do, we need to delete all the cookies. Sometimes it my cache memory is called, right? Suppose if you open it browser, right? If you press control H, you could able to see what are the thing you already, right, navigated. So that is called cookie. It is, you could see the name and this is the URL. So that is called key and value pair combination. So here you could see, you could clear browsing history, right? So cookie what will be handling after opening the web page, only the cookie you can validate it. So every time generic way you need to delete all the cookie in the real time framework, right? Cookies. How can I do it? So it will be delete cookie, delete all cookie. So it will be driver dot manage dot delete all cookie. So it will delete all the cookie after opening the page in case something is already there, right? Then you can add the cookie. So how can I do it? There is a cookie class available. Yeah, I will take that questions. Okay, let's complete that one, then we will take it. So there is a cookie class available. I can create an object here, cookie1 equal to new cookie. Here you need to give the keys and object. So suppose say I can give some cookie called Facebook, right? And there I need to give the URL here. that part only, not the HTTPS part. Okay. So it will coming from the cookie class, open key only, and then I need to add the cookie. So cookie is the class. How can I add it? Driver dot manage dot add cookie. There is a method here. I need to provide the object of the cookie class. So that is the way I can add the cookie. Similar way, if you want to add more cookie, right, to the page, cookie 2, so I can make it Google, and here I can make it Google like that. Cookie 2. So that is the way you can add it in your browsers. Okay. Sometimes it is visited, sometimes you get to know that what are the thing already visited. There might be some requirement, right? So it will depend based on your real-time thing, but that is the sometime I face that this kind of cookie is also required to see the challenges of this stuff. Okay, then how can you get the cookie details? So so if you want to print it out, so again it will be driver dot manage. There is a method called get cookie name, right? Get cookie named. Here you can give the name of the cookie, whatever you already added. Then I think there is something called get. 1 second. Get cookie name. System dot out. Driver dot manage dot get cookie name. Here I need to give the double bracket. Okay, double quote. Then you can press dot. You could see get domain, get name, get value. These are the part you can get it. Right? Get name. Say what is the cookie name. Okay. Similar way you can get the value also. These are the different way you can add the cookies, and you can also, in case already added to the system, you can also get the desired part. You could see this is the way, the last one, the first one, because this is the only way it is coming. Okay, if you want to get all the cookies in the system loaded, so you have to use that one, right? Get cookies, driver dot manage dot get cookies, and then you can use a set interface where you can store the list of cookies, and you can use a enhance for loop, and you can get the all the cookies name and all the cookies value. And delete part I already showed. You can delete all the cookies, but if you want to remove some desired cookies, manage dot delete cookie name, you can give the name within the double quote, like the cookie name is Google or Facebook. So that is the way you can deal with the cookie. Why cookie is required? Sometime, right, your requirement is that you want to see, right, without validating any result, without navigating to any paths, right? What are the whatever script you already written, right? Those script, what are the different kind of pages, right? It is navigating, so that it is already differently storing in the system. So you want to interact easily. So that is the way, right? From the I mean sometime coverage standpoint, that is the most important for the cookie. Then coverage standpoint, right? Suppose say you are having 20 pages, but your script you are having 100 test cases, then how can identify that what are the test cases covering which pages? But if you get the cookies, you can easily get to know that what are the pages already covered by your your by your whatever test script you already written. So that way you can get the cookies, so you can easily say that out of 20 pages it's already 18 pages already covered by my test cases, but 2 is missing, so that you can already have a look, and then you can easily add some test cases, and you can, or maybe you can do some manual testing for these 2 pages, or maybe you know that some challenges is there for the 2 pages, that is the reason you did not automate something. So that is the way cookie also plays most of the time sometime importance for the testing standpoint, right? Yeah, I will take a pause before going to the last 2 topics. Yeah, I think someone pinged me some questions here. Yeah, paginess, and you need to give the code, right? Only that is the thing you need to go divert dot get. Otherwise, how it will go? Only just navigation purposes. Only this is the similar code, right? Driver dot. In case HTML unit driver, you need to give HTML unit driver, because HTML unit driver reference you are already adding to the project through the with the help of the jar files. But for the Chrome browser, you are doing it headless. But definitely, other remaining part, divert.get, whatever element identification, all this stuff you need to do it. But what it will do, it will just navigate, but without opening any GUI. But all the stuff same way it will do work, right? And it will give the desired result. But navigation GUI it will not open, navigation will not be there. Otherwise, everything will be there, and you can get the desired result, right? Whatever result you want to publish it, and you can get to know how many test cases failed, passed, and any kind of error is there also not. Any other questions, guys? Is it clarifying your questions? Saras, Chandra? Okay. Yeah, any other questions, guys, from these two topics? Headless browser testing as well as cookies. Are you able to hear me, guys? Okay, okay, sure, sure. Thanks. Okay. Then last two topics, very, very important. One day you are saying, right? Suppose say my ID is not working, right? There are eight element locator technique, ID, class name, all this stuff, name, right? I mean, then your link text, partial link text, right? And XPath and CSS. Suppose say in case you have defined one, but that is not working. So, but only with the help of the driver.find element, you can provide only one reference, right? Either any element, one unique element, but that is not working. Then what will happen? So that is the reason there is options available called ByAll Locator, where you can give multiple element locator reference. Okay. So in case one is not working, so it will take the other. Okay. So in case you already given three reference, right? So it will check one by one, all three. Then in case nothing is working, then it will throw the error. So that is the way it will work. Okay. So here you need to give some implicit time also, so that how much time it will wait in case something is not working. Okay, so let's go to some pages. That is the page is fine. So how can you give some time? So you were talking about yesterday or last session, right? There's a timeout, generic way we can give it. There was a concept for the Java, right? I was method overriding. I was discussing. There is options called timeout. We can give some timeout generic way. Suppose say 20 second, 10 second, but some of the pages might be take 2 minutes, I know, so that I can override, and for the particular page level I can give it 2 minutes, so that there is no point of holding, right, for other pages that particular time, because it will be waste of time, it will slow up the execution speed. Similar way you can use the implicit time also. So implicitly, in case something is not happening, it will wait for that maximum that time before throwing the error. So that thing is called implicit timeout. So driver dot manage dot timeouts dot implicit wait. Here you could show argument and the time unit second. So what is the argument? I can give something called argument like say suppose say 20 30 second or 20 second I want to wait maximum. Here I can give time unit dot seconds. So in case some problem is coming, suppose say in case element is not able to identify, it will wait for 20 seconds, then it will throw the error. Okay, so that way you can give it some timeout, right? So that not immediately throw the error. Otherwise, suppose say your page is not loaded, it might take 15 seconds, so it will wait maximum 20 seconds, and within 20 seconds if it is visible, then it will not throw the error. So that is the reason generic way also you need to give some implicit timeout, so that your page, your script will not fail. So these are that part, right? We should use it generically. Driver.manage GD12 cookies and timeout part in the generic script. Then suppose say I want to identify any right that particular email field. So I can press F12 button here, okay, and then I can find out. So I know that ID equal to email, but in case tomorrow ID press change, right, I can go with some name also. I can create maybe some XPath also. Then is it possible to use all the element locator at the same time? No, normally it is not possible, but with the help of the ByAll Locator technique it is possible. So how can I do it? Implement it. So here say driver dot find element. So instead of by.id all this stuff, right, by.xpath or by.class name, I'll be using new all, by all, and here I can keep, right, one by one, by.id, and here what is the ID? I can already give it email. Right, by.id that is given, then by.name, right, also its email. I can create XPath as well, right, similar way, by.xpath. So I can create XPath here. So how can I create it? Control F / input. That is the XPath, right? So that is the way I am giving 3 web element reference, right? And then I can use dot send keys. Yeah, I need to import by all. Is coming from Selenium, then dot send keys. So now I want to add my name here. Now you can understand the difference here, guys. So now everything is working, right? So it will not be having. So first what it will do, it will check the first one. In case first one is not matching, it will wait for 20 seconds. It will go for the second one. In case second one is not matching, it will go for third, fourth, like that. In case nothing is matching, it will throw the error. But every time it will give wait that time. Whatever you are giving is as part of implicit wait. Now let's run your code and let's see what's happening. So it will definitely first one is matching. It is no, it is entering immediately, right? But say suppose say first one by mistakenly I have given it email one, so it is not matching. Second one also not matching, but third one is matching. So what will happen? It will try to match with first one, not match. It will wait for 20 seconds. Go for second one, it will not match. Wait for 20 seconds. Then it will third one, it will match. It will work. Otherwise, it will throw the error. Let's try to run the code and let's see. Yeah, you could see it is trying to work 20 seconds. Second one 20 seconds. And then after 40 seconds, it will go for third one and it will work. Now it is still not failed. After 40 seconds only, it will work. You could see. So it will wait for 40 seconds, then it will work. Now you can also downgrade your implicit timeout if it is required. Otherwise, it will, right? It will, take more time. Now if you again it is fail it. So what will happen? 3 times 3 into 10 seconds, 30 seconds it will work. Now after that it will throw the error because nothing is matching. Only after 3 seconds your script will fail, but not immediately. Here you could see no error message is coming. You wait for 30 seconds, 10 plus 10 plus 10, 3 conditions, then it will throw you the error. So that is the way it is having the like linked with the implicit time as well. And ByAll Locator means you can use multiple element locator technique, and in case first is not working, it will go for second, third, and so on, and you have to wait for maximum timeout whatever you have given, and then it will fail the test cases. So after 30 seconds it got failed, and it is showing no such element exceptions, cannot locate by ID, right, or other stuff, by name or by XPath as well. These three element locator, nothing is working, but in case anything is working, it will be fine. So first one is working, it will not wait for even 10 seconds immediately. So implicit timeout means maximum time out it will wait. In case it's happening 2 seconds, it will go for the next step within 2 seconds only. But that is the maximum timeout. Okay, in given 30 seconds, but your action is happening in 5 seconds, so it will only wait for 5 seconds, it will go for the next steps, but it will not wait for the remaining 25 seconds. That is the beauty of the implicit timeout. Okay, so that is the way you can use those, right, called ByAll element locator. Then the last one is called how we can uh, give a search from the auto suggestive drop down. So there's a Google page. Let's change it, the URL. So if any of the text box is primarily, if you enter something, suppose say Haradhan automation, you could see, right, or Haradhan space A, you could see lot of things coming here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Next time, right, it might be 12 might come, but from this auto suggestive drop down, if you want to see how many suggestions is giving, that is the count, you can also do it, but its order will not remain same. But how can you select any of the options from the hitting enter and after automation script also? Suppose say now Haradhan automation libraries, my channel is coming first, YouTube channel, right? But here now if I select Haradhan Sangha Agartala, right, and next time if you type again same thing, so that will be coming first. You could see, right, if you paste that one, that is coming first instead of Haradhan automation library. So that way that order also gets changed, but our objective is that how can you just give some thing, and after that based on the suggestion, right, how you can click on the link as well. So that is called auto suggestive drop down handling. So while user navigate to any software website with search box, that search box shows auto suggest list when user types some word inside it. Simplest example of Ajax auto suggest drop down list is Google search suggestion. When user will type something inside, it will show them a list of suggestions from where options can be selected based on their requirement or need. So expert pattern should be same for all Ajax auto suggest drop down items. So user need to use a loop to iterate from all the stuff, and after that as and when your matching will match, I mean your requirement will match, then immediately you can terminate from the loop, right? So let's see how we can implement it. Okay, so first identify the element. Let's put a button here. Let's identify the element here. So what is the element? Name is q. So with the help of the q, I can identify the element. Right. So after Google opening the page, driver dot find element by dot name, or you can create XPath if it is not working. Then you can dot send keys. So here I can press something called Haradhan A, right? Whatever way I have given it here, Haradhan press A, right? Next part, sometime to load it, right, you need to wait sometimes, right? It might take 1 or 2 second time, so otherwise it might not work. So what you need to do, you need to give some thread time, thread dot sleep, otherwise your suggestion, all suggestion will not come. So initially 3 second or 4 second you can give it, so that all suggestion will be populated right here. As and when you are giving, it might take 1 or 2 second time to give you all the suggestion. Then you need to create an XPath. So you need to just mouse it over. You could see the parent level class is called PCTKC, right? If you can go here, you could not able to see with the help of span, but sometimes parent level class can work, so you can create a XPath with the help of the particular class. So div is the tag, so control F slash slash div, so third bracket at the rate class equal to, yes, you could see 1 out of 11, but all are drop down only because all the suggestion is having the same XPath. So that is the way you can see. So that is the way you can create the XPath, but all the options is having the same XPath. So you need to interact with all the element, and definitely you can give some condition, then right you can do it. One second, what happened? Got div. Okay, so that is the 11 link. But with the help of the code, how can you verify whether the link 11 or not? Total similar suggestion is coming as 11 with the help of that Haradhan I space a. So let's see. So I need to with driver dot find element, finds element, right? Because it is giving multiple suggestions. Finds element here. So return type will be list of web element by dot XPath. So it will be giving you the list of web elements. So list web element, and you can create a variable here. Suppose say options, right? Now we need to import the list from the Java util package. Then you can print it out with the help of the size method. That how many options it is giving if you print if you print Haradhan space a in the drop down dot size. First check it, then I will go to the next part, run it. Yeah, it is giving you, and then what is size here coming, you could see 11 size is coming, which is matching with our XPath as well, right? So that part is done. Okay, the next part, I want to click on particular thing, then how can I automate it? Suppose I want to click on the Haradhan automation library, then how can I automate it? So next will be, I want to iterate a for loop for integer I equal to 0, I less than options dot size. So it will be going from 0, so it will go till size minus 1. So that is the reason size minus 1 I plus plus. Then here I can give some condition called if loop. In case options dot get of I, for every I iterate get of I dot get text dot equal ignore case. So I am ignoring the case, uppercase or lowercase. Yes, sir, when it is matching with Haradhan automation library equal ignore case, then I want to click on that option. So options dot get of I dot click, and I want to break the loop because in case my matching is done, I definitely I don't want to iterate it. I want to break the loop. Need to give a bracket here. syntax error. Okay, which line number? If the options dot get of I, okay, here some bracket, additional bracket is there. Okay, fine. Okay, so that is the line I'll be writing it here. So first I will be identifying that search box. So that is the search box I'm identifying with the help of that name attribute. Right, this is the name attribute is Q. Then I'm entering Haradhan space A. I'm waiting for 3 seconds so that all the list of drop down suggestion will come out. Then I'll be with the help of the find elements and XPath, I'm storing in some list of web element, and then I'm printed out how many elements is there. And if I want to interact, I can use a for loop. I'll be starting with I equal to 0 to size minus 1. So in case size is 11, so it will start with 0 and it will go to 11 minus 1. And I plus plus. Then I'm giving if condition. In case my options for every iteration of the I, and I am printing the text, and in case my text ignoring equal case is Haradhan automation library, immediately it will click on that, and after that it will break the loop. So that is my intention. Now let's try to run the code. So it will page open the page, it will enter Haradhan space A, then it will give you list of suggestions. Then as and when suggestion will be displayed, it will click Haradhan automation library. So that is the way your code will work. Yeah, you could see that is the way you can just work here. So that will help you, right, to select an option from the auto suggestive drop down in the Selenium. I'll repeat it once more, then I will take for any questions. So frame sometimes, right, within a page, some web page can be embedded, some advertisement can be there, right? So you can find out any web frame or iframe is there with the help of that. You can open the page and then you can just control F and then you can search with frame or iframe. In case any frame or iframe is available and you want to interact with that any element, right, within the frame or iframe, you need to, right, first handle the frame with the help of that index or name or web element reference. Sketch screenshot capture is really important for the tester, right, to certify the testing is successful or to log a defect with relevant informations. Right, it's three-step process. You need to use that text screenshot interface, then you need to call the get screenshot as, then you need to call the copy method from the file handler class. Right, you can create the screenshot or create a static method at the class level, right, and where you can pass some argument which is the screenshot path, and then you can call it anywhere required multiple number of times. Then sometimes some of the web pages, if you click some button, right, some right alert or pop-up might come, right, which you need to handle it. So generally it is a Java properties but not the HTML properties. So element cannot be recognized through element inspection, so you have need to call the alert interface where four methods is there, right, accept for accepting the alert, dismiss for nullifying the alert, and so with the help of the get text you can get the text of the alert, and with the help of the send keys you can add some value to the alert as well. And headless browser testing is nothing. Suppose say your requirement is to do the parallel testings. You don't want to navigate, nice see the navigation. Sometimes you want to do the fast, do it faster. Sometimes your system is not having proper like a browser setup, right, or any other browser setup. So you can do it. Go with the headless browser testing. HTML unit driver is the lightweight driver through which you can do the headless browser testing firstly, and then so you need to import that relevant jar file to the project, and then you need to create an object or instance with the help of the HTML driver. Then you can do it. So it will work same way, but it will not giving any navigation related part of GUI part, right? So cookies are really important. Sometime if you want to store all the see if you want to see that how many browser navigation happens or how many pages navigated through or your script, you can do it. Like a lot of methods is there. You can create a cookies, you can add a cookies, you can get all the cookies, you can delete all the cookies, or you can get particular desired cookies information, or you can delete particular cookies as well. There is options available or element locators like ByAll available through which you can add multiple element locator reference. In case someone is not working, it will go for the other, second, third, and so on. Or you can give multiple reference. So in case one is not working, it will not fail the script immediately, but it will wait for the others one. In case everything is failing, that will throw the error only. And in case some auto suggested drop down, especially for the Google search box is there, right, you can find that particular element, right, and you can add some value. After that you can, whatever options it is print giving, right, you can create XPath, and then with the help of the find elements method you can get those all the information of that options, and you can store it in the list of web element. After that you can iterate a for loop, and for every iteration, right, you can give a if condition in case your text is matching something, and you can click on that based on the requirement, and you can break out of the loop. So that's all from today's session. Thank you.